Hello friends, welcome to another TBR video. This one is going to be for November this time, and I cannot believe it is the very end of the year already. What the heck? Where did October go? Anyways, I was not actually planning to film today. I shot a wedding yesterday, which was great, but I am always so burned out and so exhausted after photographing a wedding. This one was a little bit shorter, so I'm not as tired as I usually am, but usually every bone and muscle in my body just aches. So I'm a little bit low on energy today, but I did want to share with you guys the books that I'm planning to attempt to read this month because yes, photography is very crazy still, but a lot of these books actually aren't like new books. A lot of these are probably ones that I've talked about fairly recently on my channel, whether it was like a book haul or the sweater weather readathon or whatever. Not a lot of these are going to be new to you because I feel like I carried a lot from my October TBR into like November, so a little bit of a reminder, I guess, for me to kick my butt into high gear and try to get some books read this month. But again, this is like the busiest month of my entire year, so I'm very much looking forward to December and all the Christmas reads, but I feel like I didn't get the chance to read any of my spooky fall reads. So that's what I'm mainly going to be talking about today. Still some fall reads. I'm not in the Christmas spirit quite yet when it comes to books, so without further rambling, let's just dive into the books I'm planning to read this month. So first and foremost, for the Homebody Book Club, for October's pick, we chose Horrid by Katrina Leno. We are having the live show this Friday, November 12th. If you guys want to jump in and chat with us about this book, I have already read this, so I've been currently rereading it on audiobook, and it's just as good the second time around. I really enjoyed this one. Spoiler alert. This is a young adult horror mystery thriller. It's almost like a psychological thriller to me, but this was so good. It has to do with a mom and a girl, and her father passed away, and she has this, I forget what the condition is actually called, but where she eats paper. So she eats books, and it's crazy. It's crazy wild. The ending took me by such surprise. It's kind of like a little bit of like a small town vibe, but also like haunted house vibe as well. So I really enjoyed this one, but if any of those vibes sound like you at all, you should definitely pick this one up and join us for the live show. So like I said, I have started a lot of books, but have not finished a lot of books, which is very unfortunate because I feel like when the end of December rolls around, I have to complete all the books that I started in 2021. In 2021, I don't like carrying books over into the new year. I always want a fresh start. So this creates a little bit of a problem for me. I currently have 4 books in my hands right now, and I know I already have 2, one being Station 11 and another is a Sarah J. Maas book, and yeah, I've got a lot to finish this year. So I'm going to chat with you guys and let you guys know the ones I've been sitting on. I basically started all these in September or October, and I just, once again, I started them because they sounded really good, or the readathon or something like that. So the first one that I need to finish is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I started this for the Sweater Weather readathon. Lauren and I were buddy reading this. I am currently 162 pages in, so I'm basically halfway through this. It is a lot slower than I thought it was going to be. It's a little bit more of like a whodunit type mystery rather than like a mystery thriller, but I love the 6-friend dynamic, and the college parties and things like that are bringing back such memories for me. Basically, one of their friends passed away or suddenly died, basically was murdered, and so it kind of walks you through a dual timeline of the present when they all come back for like this reunion versus the past. And I guess Heather's brother, I think it's his brother, his name's Eric, and he's trying to uncover the mystery of what happened to his sister. So he knows a lot of things that they don't know about each other and is slowly uncovering all of these crazy things about each of them. And I can tell it's gonna get wild and ramp up soon, but I'm still halfway through and it's just kind of slowly coming together in my brain. I know everyone's giving this 5 stars, but I'm not quite there yet, so very intrigued and very interested to see where this ends up. And then we have The Death of Jane Lawrence, which I am currently a third of the way through, and I am loving it. It's taken a little while for the spooky, gothic, historical vibes to come through. We basically have this girl named Jane who all she wants in life is to get married to a wealthy man. Basically, that's part of the historical aspect of it. and she decides that she wants to choose this doctor. He's stunning. He has money, he's a doctor, like what's not to like? So basically she just wants a convenient marriage. She's getting older and she's ready to get married. So he agrees to this marriage and she basically has to become a nurse. And there's some gory things in the beginning, and we're finally getting to the part where he stays at this house and he does not want her staying the night at his house. She doesn't know why. There's some rumors that are slowly being uncovered. If you like gothic mysteries, if you like anything with historical, like spooky vibes, you guys know what I'm talking about. This is the book for you. I'm actually really enjoying this. I know a lot of people are having an issue with like the insta-love supposedly, but I mean, that's kind of what the whole convenient marriage part is, so I'm really liking it. I think a lot of you out there would enjoy this, but I can also see why it wouldn't be for everyone. And I also started The Witch Haven by Sasha Peyton Smith back in September. Have not finished it yet. I'm still about halfway through. I'm really losing interest in this one, and I'm not sure why. I think it's a little too young adult for my taste, but for some reason, I really wanted all the witchy school vibes in this one, and we're getting more of a mystery in this, which is fine, but there's something missing that I just really wanted from it. I guess I was expecting like, ooh, Harry Potter. We're gonna hear all about like her classes and how she discovers her magical abilities and things like that, and it's just kind of straying from that too far, and I think I'm gonna end up finishing this on audiobook in order to get through it. It's not terrible, like I said, but I just wanted more from it. I really wanted more from the Academy, and I do like the characters, I do like the humor, especially one lady, she's so funny. But overall, it's just like, this isn't really a memorable book for me. I'm only halfway through, so something could change and it could surprise me. And the last book that I am in the midst of reading, which I've only read 40 pages of actually, so I may end up putting this one off till January and restarting it just to get the full effect. But that is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. Love House of Salt and Sorrows. Cannot express that enough. So pumped to get to this, and I was kind of upset that it's coming out, or that it came out around a time of the year that I'm so busy, because I just want to be fully submersed in this story, especially when I heard it has the Village vibes. The first 50 pages already gave me that, and I am just so excited. It has like this eerie, kind of like unsettling feeling, but you don't know why. And you know that these bees have something to do with it. Her father's like a bee caretaker, I forget what those are called, but I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know what the bees have to do with it, but I really need to find out. And my number one priority this month is actually a buddy read. I am buddy reading The Night Sister by Jennifer McMahon with Keisha from A Book Like You, Lauren from Lauren Love Reads, and Elizabeth from Ponytail and Paperbacks. I will leave all of their information, their accounts, and everything in the description below. But we've never been able to find anyone else that likes Jennifer McMahon as much as we do, and we've said that we should just be called like the Jennifer McMahon book fan club or book club or something like that, because we love her books so much. Once again, I mention her so much on my channel, and still I don't see many people picking up her books, and I'm just saying, y'all are sleeping on it. So I'm planning to read this one with them. This one is a little bit older. I think it came out in, 2015, so not super old, but it is one of her older works, so very excited because I loved The Winter People, and that was an older one as well. Her newer books I haven't been as much of a fan of, but this one I am especially excited to read. I don't know much about this one at all, honestly. The synopsis is very vague, but I did just see that it says a modern day Grimm's fairy tale, so that makes me even more excited. I do know this has to do with a abandoned hotel or an attraction or something in Vermont, and there's three girls or three friends that used to play in this hotel, and one of them is accused of a horrific crime, so she has to go back to this location, and it's kind of like a reunion of sorts, I think, with the three friends, and they like discover some hidden dark haunted secrets. I don't know what's gonna happen. I do know Jennifer McMahon tends to go on the paranormal side of things, so I have no clue what in the world is gonna happen in this book, but I just know I'm gonna end up flying through it. Another book just like Small Favors that I was really upset that I didn't read when it first came out is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. loved House in the Cerulean Sea. That was my favorite book I read last year, and I cannot wait to dive into this one, but again, this year has just been so crazy for me. So it says, an enchanting love story between a man who lives to help the dead and a man who died, then learned to live. I know he wrote this in a really sad time of his life. I know it has to do a lot with death and life and grief, and I know it's a little bit slower, I think, than his other book. Very excited to still get to this. I think I've included it on multiple TBRs at this point, but I cannot wait to get to this. If it's anything like House in the Cerulean Sea, I know I'm just gonna be crazy head over heels about it. I said that Under the Whispering Door was the last book that came out, and I was sad I didn't read it. Well, this is like the last one, which is Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. I so badly wanted to get to this during spooky season in October, but we're just gonna keep the spooky vibes going because this has to do with a girl who is trained to put bodies of the deceased to rest, like their souls. I know it has to do with ghosts, and that's pretty much it, but that's all I need to know because Margaret Rogerson is one of my favorite all-time fantasy writers. That's pretty much it. That's all I know about this. That's all I want to know. I have not read a single bad review on this, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it. Again, another one of those books that I'm going to be continuing to put on my TBR if I don't reach it this month. Now, I don't know about you all, but I recently went to see Dune, fell head over heels in love with it. I'm still to the point where I'm iffy about reading the book. I own the book. I don't know if at this point in time I can do it, especially since it's a 16 book series. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. So I was like, I really just need another sci-fi in my life. It has been so long since I've read a good, wholesome sci-fi book that's not like way over my head, but something that I will enjoy. So I found on my shelf The Space Between Worlds by, I think it's Micaiah Johnson. This was a book of the month, I think, way back in, August of 2020. So this has been out for a little while now, but I continued to see it pop up all over Bookstagram and even BookTube. I know this has to do with multiverse traveling, but it says an outsider who can travel between worlds discovers a secret that threatens her new home and her fragile place in it in a stunning sci-fi debut that's both a cross-dimensional adventure and a powerful examination of identity, privilege, and belonging. This just sounds phenomenal. Someone that can travel through time. I love time travel in books. It's like a genre or a cliche or a trope that I love in books. I really think I'm gonna like this one. This girl just looks so cool. So anyways, I really have no clue what to expect from this. Multiple people have told me to pick this one up. It's a pretty short book for a sci-fi, and it's just a standalone. It's like 300 pages, so not bad at all for a sci-fi, which is why I decided to pick this one up because, you know, crazy busy month, shorter books is where it's going to be at for me. So I have 3 graphic novels that I am super pumped to get to this month. Really pumped to get to. I have had my eye on these for quite some time. The first one that just came out is Lore Olympus by Rachel Smith. I'm actually not a huge Greek mythology person. I started reading this online as a webtoon and immediately knew that I needed to pick this up when I heard it was going to be made into physical books. This is a Persephone and Hades retelling or reimagining. That's pretty much all I know. It's just like a present day retelling or reimagining of that story. So yeah, I have no clue. Again, I am very ignorant when it comes to Greek mythology. I kind of have an interest in it though, so to slowly dive into it, I thought I would pick this one up and see how it goes. But the artwork is very simple yet also captivating, and I love the blue and pink color scheme. Just I don't know, everything about this just speaks to me. And special thanks to Kaylin for bringing this to my attention because I probably wouldn't have been as excited about it if I hadn't heard how obsessed she is about this one. So thanks to Kaylin, and I'm excited to read this. Another book that was actually made into a webtoon before it was made into a book is Hooky by Miriam Bonestray-Tor. This is actually a middle grade graphic novel, which we love. It's a pretty thick boy for being middle grade, but I know this is about 2 twin witches. I think it has to do with a witch academy, a school. I know I've mentioned this before multiple times in my videos, so I'm not going to go too into this, but before the witchy vibes completely leave for the year, I really want to get this one read. Looks adorable. I cannot wait for it. The artwork is so intricate for being middle grade as well. I know I'm gonna love this. I mean, it's full of dragons and adventure, so how could I not love it? And last but not least, I'm super stoked to get to Grimoire Noir. I picked this up on a whim during the Sweater Weather readathon, in case you didn't see my vlog. My friend Kendall actually recommended this to me. She works at Barnes & Noble and she was like, this looks like you, completely your vibe. So I'm very excited that I found this. There's one more copy left. It's about a boy named Bucky, and he lives in a small town where witches supposedly are like really bad people, and they kidnap his younger sister. And so I think it's like witches versus townspeople. I'm really not sure what in the world to expect from this. The artwork is super dark, kind of different, honestly, than what I would typically pick up. But Kendall rated this 5 stars, I believe, so I'm really hoping I rate it 5 stars too. I don't know, there's something about it that's just very different and unique in comparison to anything else I've seen graphic novel wise. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is young adult, but I can't wait to read it and tell you guys what I think. Well, here you have it, friends. Here is my gigantic TBR for the month. Holy cow. I have such a busy month. I don't know when the heck I'm gonna have time to read all of these, but there's so many good books in here that I really want to read by the end of the year. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what book or books you guys are excited to read. Let me know if there's any good releases that I need to pick up for the month too. I always like to ask that because I'm always keeping my radar on for new amazing books every month. But yeah, let me know what you guys are excited to read this month. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comments. Again, it's a crazy busy month for me, but I still want to keep the content rolling out for you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you for always watching, always supporting my channel. You guys are so sweet. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video.